up? This is your man Lil D, a.k.a. Rap Monster, back off in the building with another one-on-one music interview. And today we got hip-hop rapper Wes Krave in the house. What's poppin', boss?
Dude, what's going on? What's going on, man? I appreciate you having me on.
It is all good. It is all good. Let the people know where you're calling from, what you got going on, and where they can find you at online.
Yo, it's your boy Wes Krave, been paid, man. I'm all the way from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, man, representing the 850 Gulf Coast, man, the whole panhandle, the whole state of Florida, man. Make sure y'all go check out everything on weskrave.com. That's WESKRAVE. Make sure you put that K for that Krave. So it's weskrave.com, man. You can check out all the videos, all the old school videos, all the new stuff I'm doing, you know, pictures and everything, man. So make sure you go check out the website. You know, of course, on Instagram, Twitter, you know, it's at WesKrave98. So, you know, just holler at me. I'm out here working.
True that. All right, let's get this thing rolling. Mr. Wes Krave, when was your last show and when is the next one?
Right now, man, I'm switching up things right now, man, because I'm just getting back into my new campaign. This the song you just heard is the beginning of my new campaign. We're trying to focus on a lot of internet social media campaign this time. Like my campaign that I ran before was a lot of street campaign, was a lot of you know, a lot of touring, a lot of, you know, doing a lot of strip club, you know, promos and stuff like that. So this time, man, we're gonna build up our internet, you know, kill the social media, man. So, you know, that's why we're here with you, you know, trying to help kill the internet right now. So that's what we're doing. So I don't got no shows lined up at the moment, because right now we just building right now, trying to get our internet game up.
Fair enough. I like asking that question. It's like hitting a nigga in the side of the head with a brick. You be imagine which routes a lot of rappers decide to take. We appreciate the honesty. All right,
yeah, exactly. You know, man, come on, I'm here to keep it 100.
True that. All right, the most important question of this interview, in my opinion, Mr. Wes Krave, what is hip-hop?
And hip-hop, you know, the elements of hip-hop is, you know, rapping, DJing, MCing, you know, and b-boying. So, you know, that's what hip-hop is.
Okay. You kept it straight to the basic foundation.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if you get outside of that, then you adding, you know, like we were discussing before, man, keep it simple. That's what hip-hop is. Everything, all those elements, you know what I mean? So everything, if you do any of those elements, you part of hip-hop. Hey, don't forget about graffiti. Sorry.
True that. Now, if you would have broke it down and told me what each of them elements stood for, I would have really been impressed. But I'm not gonna press you. Just that you know that.
Hey, you know what?
Right?
We ain't gotta explain what should be already understood. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta explain what should be already understood. You know, they know what those are. They should. If you are part of hip hop and know what hip hop is.
True that. Well, everybody listen to my station, they gonna know, cause I'm old school. I'm from the beginning with this hip hop shit, right? I'm 47 years old. I was here when this shit first started, right? So I've seen a lot, and I've got to assess what done happened when I was younger, right? Like a lot of people gonna attribute NWA to setting the tone for hip hop being in the state it is now, and I'm gonna say no, that's not true. It's gonna be Beastie Boys, right? It was way earlier than that. But that's another story, right? 3 Jewish white boys from Brooklyn got no business in hip hop, but hey, it lets you know what happened. All right, when did you fall in love with hip hop? The precise moment. What was going on? Share that with us.
Oh man, the precise moment, man. I mean, growing up in a house where, you know, my mom used to throw away our CDs if they had cussing in it. So, you know, like, hip-hop was something we had to sneak to do for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because I was real young. So, you know, since the Yo MTV Raps, you know what I mean, since back in those days, you know what I mean, like, probably, man, Kumo D, man, when, you know, he came out with the song, you know, Wild Wild West, you know, my name was West, so, you know, that was me all day. You couldn't tell me nothing, you know what I mean? I was Wild Wild West all day. So, you know, man, I've been loving hip-hop, man. Nas is my favorite artist of all time, you know what I mean? So, man, just like everything from the beginning, like, you know, that's just what made me who I was. I've always wanted to be a rapper. I always wanted to be, you know, in hip-hop, wanted to do this rap thing on a high level. So I just always wanted to do that.
Okay. Who'd you grow up listening to? You said Nas. Who else would you pay homage to?
Man, like, okay, so Nas, man, of course, the whole Nas, Queens era, Mobb Deep, the early '90s. Of course, all that music is classic to me. You know what I mean? Of course, I love the whole Wu-Tang era, but like, as far as like my personal favorites, like Nas is going to definitely be a personal favorite. Young Buck is going to be a personal favorite. Contrary to what people probably never heard him on the list. You know, Cameron is also a personal favorite, and Project Pat, Tinny Boy. You know what I mean? Those are like my personal favorites that I can go to. They have multiple CDs that I love to listen to, and I just love them all the way around.
Do that. All right, Mr. Wes Krave, how did you grow up, such as your background, the finances, single-parent home, suburbs, ghetto, etc.? How did you grow up?
Man, we grew up in what I like to call like the like the middle class, high class, middle class, or high class, low class. My dad was in the military, and we used to. I grew up in Bethel Manor in Virginia, in VA, Hampton, Newport News, and everything. And we used to call where we lived the upgraded projects because at least we had to have our grass cut. Like it was still like housing areas, what I'm saying? Everything brown, kind of like run down a little bit, but you had to have your grass cut. So we always like, we stay in the upgraded project. But nothing like, I had 2-parent home. Like I said, my dad was in the military, man. He was the man of the house. My mom took care of, the kids. She went and got her education, but, she just took care of me and my big bro, and then we moved down to Florida, and, it was a whole different, ball game from VA to Florida, different, a real culture shock, for me. And then, I just been out here in these Florida streets for a while, man. My people left, got out the military. They went to Georgia, they went to Atlanta, and I stayed down here in Florida, saying through my adulthood. And, I went to high school here and everything. So, Florida's my home base, man. I've been here since, the beginning of high school. I've been out here for a long time doing my thing. So, I'm just out here just trying to maintain getting this music industry.
True that. All right, what kind of obstacles did you have to overcome to get this far in your music career?
Like just being where I'm from, down here in Florida on the Panhandle, there's not too many musical outlets. There's not it's kind of hard to to see what our identity is here because usually like a big city will kind of like influence us. We don't have really big cities. We in Florida, and our closest big city to us is probably Mobile, Alabama. How big is really Mobile, Alabama? And then you have maybe New Orleans is closer to us than Atlanta. We're in Florida, and Miami's like 8 hours away, if not 10 or 9 to 10 hours away. So just being down in this area, man, it's very hard because we don't have any OGs. We don't have any people that's been in the music industry to tell us like, the do's and the don'ts, this is what you need to do. We don't have that many studios. We don't have like any engineers and everything, that are professional that's on that level, man. So all those obstacles are real hard because everything I had to do since 2010 has been trial and error, just trying to figure this out.
Yeah. Okay. What do you plan on doing if you make it, say, $1 billion with a B dollar big? What would you do with all that money, Wes?
Man, sure. I don't even think I want them billionaire problems, man. Like, for real. But, man, just like, when you hear a dream of getting on, man, like, when I say about put your niggas on, man, I really like enjoying that, man, because I'm at a stage of my life where I'm okay. What I'm saying? I'm in a good position where I'm at. So, I'm just trying to really just pass down the knowledge to, my peers and, the little niggas that's coming up behind me, man. Just like, just financial, literacy. They need to understand that, man. So, I'm just trying to pass what I've learned since I've, been on this earth, just pass it along, man. It's all about passing that knowledge around, man. It's not even really about the money, man. You pass that knowledge around to help them get the money. That whole saying, would you rather somebody give you a fish or teach you how to fish? You know what I mean? So, I'm just trying to teach people how to fish, man, so they can go get their own bag, man.
Okay. If music don't work out for you, what's plan B?
I wouldn't say plan B. Because I'm doing it right now, man. I learned, man, you got to be doing multiple things at one time, man, because one thing just ain't going to cut it. Even if I do make it in music, I already know that music thing has a window, you know, especially for when you hit your peak, you're only at your peak for a small amount of time. So, you know, I'm definitely trying to get into, you know, real estate. You know, I got my own studio. You know, I got a property under my belt, trying to work on another one. So, you know, I'm working on stuff like that, man. Just trying to keep my mind open and just see what comes along as well.
One of your childhood favorites, Nas claimed hip hop is dead. What do you think he meant?
I think that what he was talking about, how I took it, you know, just like the soul of it was dead, man. It's like you walking around with like everybody just zombied out. You know what I mean? Just kind of just, you know, hip hop, like the essence was what the community, what the block told us to do, not the corporations was telling what hip hop should do. You know what I mean? The street was what told hip hop what it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, around that time when he was coming out, man, a lot of corporations, a lot of, you know, the big labels was, you know, they was creating the sound of hip hop. So, you know, he's like, hip hop's dead, man, you know, which I felt like he was trying to spark and other artists coming up like, yo, keep this hip hop thing alive. Keep this hip hop thing ours, you know, before it be completely dead. So I think it was just like a wake up call for like, yo, hip hop is dead. You know what I mean? Y'all better wake up.
Why was Tupac murdered?
Being Tupac? And I say that, you know what I mean, because like, not like I don't know what the whole situation was, but I mean, he was murdered for being who he was, or who he, you know what I'm saying, like outspoken. He was murdered for being outspoken. He was murdered for being a leader. He was murdered for everything who he was and everything what he stands for. That's why he was murdered.
Okay, fair enough. Does it matter that Rick Ross used to be a correction officer?
Does it matter that Rick Ross used to be a correction officer? Nah, not to me. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, it's not like he was a snitch, like he testified or anything against somebody. You know what I mean? I think that's way worse. Being a person who has been, you know, locked up. I've never been to prison, but I have been locked up a couple times, and I knew a couple correctional officers that are, you know, that were cool. You know, that hit you with the extra, you know, honey buns or with the Skittles and everything. You know, it's a job, you know, that pays pretty well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it bothered me at all. Just like it didn't bother anybody else, really. You know, because he still put out great music for a time period. So, and you know, he continued to you know, further his business and endeavors. You know, so like, you know, that's a grain of salt, really.
Okay. Name one thing music needs less of.
Music needs more or less of like drug talk as far as using. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish they would. I wish they wouldn't just glorify the drug usage as much. I think we can deal without that, because whether they realize it or not, man, you know, hip hop influences everybody across the globe, and you know, like, you know, me growing up to see Nas, you know, in the firm, like, you know, when I see him start dressing up in the suits and everything, yo, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to switch over to the nice suits and all that, you know, street dreams, and, you know, when they was doing the casino thing, I wanted to do that, you know. And then when I seen, you know, them boys, you know, Po Pimpin', you know what I mean? When they came out with the Po Pimpin' video, yo, I wanted me a Cadillac just like, you know, I wanted to be pimping and Cadillacing just like that, you know what I mean? So when people hear that, man, you know, that drug talk with the usage, yo, it makes them want to go try the drugs, makes them think that the drugs is cool, because, you know, the lean talk, Percocets and all that other stuff, man, like, I think we can deal with that without that as much.
Fill in the blank. Without music, the world would be
very bland.
Good description. All right, Mr. Wes Krave, if you wrote a song with only one word in it, what would that word be?
Integrity.
Okay. This probably sound like a game show or some shit.
I know.
If you knew that you only had a matter of minutes to live, Wes, what song would you listen to as the soundtrack of your final living moments? And it can be from anyone.
Oh man, damn! You gonna have to you should have let me go to the archives on this one, man. Probably be of course it would have to be a Nas song, man. If probably I Gave You Power, or it's like If Heaven Was a Mile Away. You know what I mean?
Okay. Not bad. He's got two. Most people struggle to come up with one. All right, check it, Wes Krave. Let the people know where they can find you at online one more time.
Yo, check me out on my webpage or website, weskrave.com, WESKRAVE, weskrave.com. I'm on Instagram at weskrave98, Twitter at weskrave, Facebook at weskrave98, man. Just holler at me. I'm all over the line, man.
Do that. Are there any questions I didn't ask you that you would like to answer, or any last shout out?
Nah, man, just make sure you go over there, check out the video to Dream of Getting On. It's up everywhere. You know, go download the song. You know, stream it, buy it if you like it. You know, it's on iTunes, Apple Music, all that. And you know, before I go, I want to give a shout out to you. Appreciate you for having me on. And you know, I can't forget the 850 Panhandle. You know, Gulf Coast, all state of Florida, man. You know, the whole town, man. You already know, Fort Walton Beach.
It's all gravy. All right, Mr. Wes Krave, we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to kick it with us. And until next time on RapMonsterRadio.com, we'll holla. Peace.
Peace.